Welcome to Speed Facts, where I give you a lot more information than a top 10 video in a lot less time. Today, we're going to take a look at one of our most requested videos, and that is America's favorite fruit, apples. And as always, make sure you subscribe if you like our videos and make sure to comment below. You could snag yourself an Amazon gift card. And the timer starts now. Apples are a member of the rose family of plants, along with pears, peaches, plums, and cherries. Apple juice was one of the earliest prescribed antidepressants. Most apples are still picked by hand. It takes about 36 apples to create 1 gallon of apple cider. If you've ever wondered why apples float, it's because they're 25% air, which gives us the ability to bob for them during Halloween. At last count, more than 7,500 apple varieties have been identified worldwide. More than 2,500 varieties are grown in the United States, 100 of which are grown for commercial sale. A standard-sized apple tree starts bearing fruit about 8 to 10 years after it is planted. A dwarf tree starts bearing in about 3 to 5 years. In colonial times, apples were called winter banana or melt in the mouth. Apples ripen up to 10 times faster at room temperature than if they are refrigerated. Apples are the second most valuable fruit grown in the United States. Oranges are first. It takes the energy from 50 leaves to produce 1 apple. A peck of apples weighs 10.5 pounds. And a bushel of apples, which is 4 pecks, weighs 42 pounds and will yield 20 to 24 quarts of applesauce. The largest apple ever grown was a Japanese Hokuto apple that reached just over 4 pounds. For reference, the average eating apple weighs about 1/3 of a pound. This record-breaking fruit was over 12 times that size. It took over 30 years to develop the Honeycrisp apple. Honeycrisp is a popular apple variety developed by researchers from the University of Minnesota. One of George Washington's hobbies was pruning his apple trees. The world's largest apple peel was created by Kathy Waffler Madison on October 16, 1976 in Rochester, New York. It was 172 feet and 4 inches long. She was only 16 years old at the time and grew up to be a sales manager for an apple tree nursery. In Greek mythology, apples are regarded as precious and sometimes magical. The largest U.S. apple crop was 277.3 million bushels harvested in 1998. Both Michigan and Arkansas claim apple blossoms as the state flower. Apple blossoms and seeds contain trace amounts of a compound that can be metabolized into cyanide, a poison. While this isn't dangerous to humans, make sure your cats and dogs don't eat too many apple cores. If an apple has fewer seeds on one side than the other, it will be lopsided. These apples are still delicious to eat and can be fun to see, but most times orchards toss them aside due to imperfection. Apple trees can be grown farther north than other fruit trees because they bloom late in spring, minimizing the chance of frost damage. Archaeologists have found evidence that humans have been enjoying apples since 6500 BC. And finally, crabapple trees are the only true native apple trees in North America. While apples are commonly grown in the United States, it only has a few native fruits. Crabapples were once called common apples. The small, sour crabapple will pucker your mouth but can be made into a delicious crabapple jelly. And that about wraps it up for everything you didn't know about apples. Make sure you subscribe because we're going to be making so many videos it's going to make your head spin. And like I said before, you have a chance at winning an Amazon gift card, so subscribe and comment below. See you soon!